Hello everyone, please join me, Molly and John, one of our fabulous technicians here at British Classic Cars, for a walk round of our 1968 MGC Roadster. Now she's a beauty, isn't she? But she has got a lot of different upgrades that we don't normally see on an MGC.
No, it's right. This is special, this one. It's had lots of bits and pieces done to this one. Yeah, so where do we start really? I mean, the engine's been done. So something like this come out of the factory, 140 horsepower approximately on the standard engine, weighs 1,100 kilos, so it's pretty good. 145 horsepower, only 1,100 kilos. This is running 220 horsepower.
Wow.
Because that's been really done. I mean, if I pop the bonnet...
please do.
We can have a look.
So it's going to be one of the faster MGCs.
Oh, you definitely. See, these are not standard, so someone's obviously put the grills in there, the under bonnet heat out.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like the aesthetic it adds to it as well.
That's alley bonnet as well. It's lovely and light. Where are we? Here somewhere.
There we are. Wow,
right,
look at that. That is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, straight six, but it's a Downton engine. So it was done, I think it was done back in the day.
Oh, okay.
So this car, we know the history of this car is March 68. And I think in May 68, it went to Germany.
Yes.
So we believe it was a forces guy who, obviously, British Army, went and worked in Germany, took the car with him. When all this stuff was done, I'm not sure, but obviously this engine is major. 220 horsepower, running triple 45 Weber carburettors.
Yes.
Normally you would have SU type, smaller carburettors, produce more power, you can get more power, more tunable. Fully breather system fitted on it, you know what I mean? Twin servos. It's had loads done to it. This thing drives really well, goes really well.
So do you think the reason that someone would do something like this is to just
performance, I presume so, And the only really thing that you can tell different from a normal one is the grills in the bonnet. From the outside, you can't really see any difference, no. It's lovely. Like I say, it drives really well. It's very fruity. It is. And
we've actually had this in our workshops before for quite a while.
Yeah. So we had this in probably a couple of years ago, and a customer of ours bought it. His two young sons have passed their driving test, and he said it's probably a bit too powerful for his boys to drive, which
I'm sure they disagree.
It would go sideways very easily. So he's traded it back in with us and he's bought an MGB.
Right.
So we've prepped and got the MGB ready for him. We've now got this back in. I've been over it again and done another inspection as we do with all the competition cars. So other than the PDI when it gets given away, it's pretty much ready to go.
Amazing. When you did your inspection, did you find anything that needed to be fine-tuned per se?
Yeah, it was a few little bits and pieces. We serviced it. The radio was playing up, that weren't working properly, so we sorted out. There was nothing major. I mean, William looked after it quite well. And any little issues, he always called in for us to look at anyway.
Amazing. So you said about the radio. So should we have a little look at the radio?
Let's look at the inside.
The radio is actually something that I think really does lend itself for the kind of comfort of the driver, because it's a new radio, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new digital radio, but obviously the ones we use, they're like classic style, so it looks like an old in-the-day tape unit or just a radio, but it actually... Obviously, you've got the aerial on the windscreen now. I think we wired in a microphone for him, so it'll link to your phone and everything. So, it's got all the functions, everything on it you need. It's fantastic. Like I say, digital. That's what we use nowadays. They seem to fit in most of these cars well.
It does look
really well. And they don't look out of place, do they?
No, it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yep.
And what's really lovely is the previous owner as well has created this little sheet of history about the car, which is also really lovely to see.
Yeah, so he obviously looked into that himself and found out bits and pieces. So, it's really interesting. But he put this little wind deflector on it as well.
Right.
I see, so... Oh, it's lovely. This car is lovely.
It's really, really nice.
It is lovely.
I think it's quite special that we find an MGC. Okay, so we've done a lot of MGCs for competitions before. And they are all gorgeous and all lovely, but I think it's really nice now that we have something that is so different. And I'm sure it's quite fun for you to work on in the workshop, something that's a bit different for you.
And I mean, it is very different from an MGB as well. A lot of people, I mean, they look very similar to an MGB, but the chassis, the suspension, they're all completely different from a B. Completely. So this is a standalone model. Might look like a B, but it's not. It's completely different.
But there we go. Thank you so much, John, for giving us a little tour.
Yeah, it's cool.
Of our MGC Roadster.
I love it.
If you would like to grab yourself a ticket for this competition, it's live right now on the British Classic Cars website. And don't miss out. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't mind this one myself, but I can't, unfortunately.
Thank you so much for watching.